Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. And our first story about a lady who couldn't believe that OP didn't work here. You're not the right fit for this company. I went through a brief phase in my early 20s of ditching the t-shirt, jeans, and dressing more like a professional, when I went out anyway, though I didn't really know how. So I picked up some ugly button-up shirts and slacks from Target. One of the button-ups was blue with white stripes. I wear it out to a casual but kinda upscale bar, and as I'm waiting for my friend to get there, a guy I kinda knew from a party, John, takes a seat at the table next to me. He's wearing a similar shirt, white with blue stripes, but because of the spacing, it could be mistaken for the same design. So I say, "Hey, John," and we do the whole point at his shirt and point at mine routine as if to say, "Hey, look, we have similar tastes in clothing." He replies, "Oh yeah, I didn't have a chance to change. I'm just coming from work. You?" Me. Yeah, me too." At this point, 4 others, 3 guys and 1 woman, enter wearing the same shirt as John. I'm really reconsidering my choice of clothing. A little while later, I'm waiting on my friend, so John invites me to join their table, and I end up hanging out with them for a while. The shirt thing doesn't come up again after John introduces me, and I have to explain to everyone that I don't work at business. They turn out to be a pretty cool group of people, except for the woman who had 5 shots before I finished my first beer. She was a mess before too long, yelling and generally embarrassing the whole table. My friend arrives and we part tables. At a later point, the woman is even drunker. Everyone from her table is pretty much left to avoid her, so she migrates to mine. My friend gets up and heads to the bar. Her, "Hey, new guy, you work tomorrow?" I kind of suspect she thinks I work with them, but I give her the benefit of the doubt and answer honestly. Me, "Nope, I have the day off." Her, "Finally. Can you take my shift? I have to bring my mom to the doctor." Me, "I don't actually work with you guys. I'm just friends with John, and my shirt is similar to your uniform." Her, paraphrase from Drunken Ranting, "F you! I do crap for you guys all the time, and no one ever does crap for me. Mark my words, I'm gonna get your butt fired. I don't care what I have to tell Glenn. I'll make sure you're not on the schedule next week." At this point, I'm debating whether or not to roll with it, goad her into complaining to Glenn about some guy who doesn't even work there, but then the thought crosses my mind that there might actually be some blowback on others, or her. So I stick with the truth. "No, really, I don't work at business." I'm just wearing the uniform. I don't work here." "You're effing stupid. Do you know that?" John notices her demeanor and comes over to ask what she's yelling about. "This effer has no idea how to get ahead in the professional world." John looks at me for an explanation. I don't know where to start, and before I can even get a word in, she starts ranting again. From a few context clues, John deduces that she thinks I work with them and tells her again that I don't. Her again, paraphrased, "You know what? It's not even worth my time. You guys can keep your boys' club. I'm quitting anyway." And then to me, "You're never going to make it at business because a-holes like you won't make it anywhere." I didn't talk to her anymore that night, but I did run into John again, and he told me that she furiously tried to figure out who I was the next day at work and made a scene because she assumed that everyone was in on the joke when she couldn't get an answer. And our second story. "Sorry, lady, I can't help you." I'm not sure if this counts since this actually happened to me while I was at work. The phone number at my work is 555-8217. People often misdial and end up calling our office instead of the lawyer's office, doctor's office, or nursing home they're trying to get a hold of. Usually a simple, "Sorry, you have the wrong number," is enough to end the call. Yesterday was different. A lady tried calling to get a hold of the nursing home. First call. Me, "Good afternoon, Kitty 9020 office. How can I help you?" Lady, "Hello, yes, I need to get a hold of Miss Other Lady in room 123. Me, "Sorry, ma'am, you have the wrong number." Lady. Second call. Me, "Good afternoon, Kitty 9020 office. How can I help you?" Yeah, I need to get a hold of Miss Other Lady in room 123. "Sorry, ma'am, you have the wrong number. You reached Kitty 9020 office. The number you need is 555-8271. "I know what number I dialed. I'm not stupid. Now connect me with room 123. "I won't be able to do that since you're calling the wrong office." "I know where the F I'm calling. I just need to talk to Miss Other Lady." "Again, you have the wrong number. Please call 555-8271. I thought that would be enough for her to understand that she called the wrong office. But no. Third call. Good afternoon, Kitty 9020 office. How can I help you?
Oh, great. It's you again. Just transfer me to room 123.
You're calling the wrong place. I'm not an employee of the nursing home. The number you need to call is 555-8271.
You lazy kids don't like to work. I bet if this was Facebook, you'd know how to transfer my call. What's your name?
Kitty 9020.
Well, you're in big trouble now. I'm not just a person on the phone. You kids don't understand what customer service is since you don't have real human interaction. I'm going down there and talking to your manager. I'll make sure you won't have a job after this.
Okay, please talk to my manager and let them know how I refuse to transfer your call. Please call my line at 555-8217 so they know exactly who you were talking to.
Lady, you're arrogant. You think I won't go down there. I'll make sure you're fired before the end of the day.
I don't know if she did go to the nursing home to complain about me, but I wish I was there if she did. And our third story. Lady got pissed I didn't help her and spills my coffee all over me. So this was like 2 years ago. I was at the grocery in the water aisle picking up a bottle of soda for a party later when I noticed an older man struggling with a gallon of water. I offered to help and put the water jug into his cart and asked if he needed help lifting it when he got to his car. He declined and said his son and wife were in another aisle. He thanked me and left. So I went back to the soda, deciding which one to get. Once my back was turned, I hear it. Those dreaded words you never want to hear when you just want to pick up one thing and leave. Excuse me. I turn around and see her. Typical Karen. Fake tan, obnoxiously large sunglasses, neon pink, 2 sizes too small t-shirt, jeans, short shorts, and flip-flops. Me. Yes. Now, you're finally done with that old man. You can pick up this water for me, pointing at the 36-bottle package of water, and carry it to the front with me. Her cart was packed full of different foods. The bottom of it also had stuff on it. I'm sorry, I don't work here, but I can find an employee to help. I was wearing a plain t-shirt and shorts, nothing that indicated I worked there. She looks me over. I don't care if it's your day off or whatever. You will lift that water and you will come with me to the front. No, I won't. If that's the attitude you're going to have when asking for help, you can do it yourself. I turned around, grabbed a Mountain Dew, and walked away. "Hey-hole!" she screamed at full volume. I ignored her and kept walking. I was about to head to the checkout when I saw they had a Buck Star next to it. I ordered an iced coffee without a lid or straw because I wanted to try and save the environment, LOL. I get to the self-service and just wait in the line. When it's my turn to scan, I hear a familiar voice right behind me. That's him! I turn around and see her again with a confused manager in tow. This is the one who refused to help me. The confused manager pointed at me. Him? Karen. Yes, she said with glee. That's him. Confused manager. Ma'am, he doesn't work here. Karen interrupts him. Yes, he does. Her every word dropping with venom. And oh, look, he's drinking coffee instead of helping me. I just glared at her and said nothing. Put down that coffee and help me with my groceries. She slapped the coffee out of my hand, which caused it to spill all over me before it hit the floor. The F? The manager, becoming less confused, turns to me. Sir, do you want me to call the police? I'm wiping my shirt and say, no, I just want her gone, now. Resolute manager, you heard him, ma'am. Karen, stumbling, but. Resolute manager, you have 2 options. You can either leave willingly or I'll call the police and they'll drag you out in handcuffs. Karen turns and spits at me. A-hole! She storms right out the front door with none of her stuff. I clean up in the bathroom and they even gave me 2 bottles of soda for free. The sad part of all this was, I would have helped her if she just minded her manners. From the other side. This is told from the other side, so it may not fit 100% in here. Also, mobile, yada, yada, yada. Background. So a few years ago, I was a student at a dance studio. I'd been there about 1.5 years and was taking a bunch of classes, so I started to volunteer there for credit. Usable classes or dance nights. One of my duties was the front desk during dance nights, checking people in, collecting payments, answering questions, making sure that people didn't go into the studio with their outside shoes, etc. Now at the front desk, we had a list of everyone who was allowed in for free. This included staff, who I all knew, event-specific VIPs, performers, bands, DJs, and teachers of other schools that had a program where any teacher of a studio in that program could go to any dance night in that program for free. as far as I was aware, the only person who was allowed in for free that wasn't on the list was the owner. The story. So one night, I'm at the front desk when this gentleman comes in, clearly not expecting to pay. I ask him his name, and it's not on the list. At this point, I tell him that the list isn't always 100% up to date, so I'd need an employee to vouch for him if I'm to let him in without paying. I'm also alone at the desk with the cash box, so I can't go looking for someone. He seems surprised and starts looking around the studio from the front desk. I thought he was looking for an employee, but he seems to be looking at the walls. Or maybe he's looking at the posters we have up of notable people in the field to pass the time. 30 seconds to a minute later, and the owner comes up. She greets him by name. Turns out he was the founder of the studio. Not only that, but when he sold the studio to the current owner, because he was moving across the country, he sold the majority, but kept a minority of the company and became a silent partner. So I had effectively told the founder and part owner of the studio that he was not allowed in his own studio. He joked that they should put his photo up somewhere so that volunteers and new teachers would be able to recognize him. And while I was assured that it was an understandable mistake, my face must have gone through 3 different shades of red. They never did end up putting his picture up, but I was able to recognize him the next time he came into the studio, about a year later. And we were then able to laugh about it. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.